Welcome to our channel. Today we embark on a journey to the edges of adventure, to those corners of our world where beauty and risk intertwine. We will count down the top 10 most dangerous travel destinations, places that beckon with stunning landscapes and cultural treasures, yet harbor hidden dangers beneath their surface. Join me, Javier Hernandez, as we navigate these volatile landscapes, examining the factors that make them perilous, and reminding ourselves that adventure, however alluring, must always be tempered with caution. Once a vibrant tapestry of ancient cities and bustling marketplaces, Syria has been ravaged by a brutal conflict that has left its mark on every corner of the nation. The echoes of war reverberate through its shattered streets, a stark reminder of the fragility of peace. For travelers, the risks are undeniable. Kidnappings, bombings, and crossfire are a constant threat, making it nearly impossible to navigate this once welcoming land safely. High in the mountains of Central Asia, Afghanistan remains locked in a perpetual state of instability. Decades of conflict have left their mark, and the echoes of uncertainty resonate through its valleys. While efforts are being made to rebuild, the security situation remains precarious, particularly for foreigners. Travel advisories urge extreme caution, citing the ongoing threat of terrorism and the potential for sudden unrest. Somalia, a land of arid beauty on the Horn of Africa, has long been synonymous with piracy and lawlessness. While recent years have seen some progress in combating these threats, the situation remains volatile. The waters off its coast are particularly dangerous, with pirates operating with impunity in some areas. Even on land, the threat of terrorism and kidnapping looms large, making Somalia a destination best admired from afar. Venezuela, once a beacon of prosperity in South America, has been brought to its knees by a devastating economic crisis. Hyperinflation has crippled the economy, leading to widespread poverty and social unrest. This instability has fueled a surge in crime, making Venezuela a dangerous destination for even the most seasoned traveler. Tourists are often targeted for robbery and kidnapping, and even basic necessities can be difficult to come by. Yemen, a country of ancient history and breathtaking landscapes, finds itself mired in a devastating civil war. The conflict has created a humanitarian crisis of unimaginable proportions, with millions facing starvation and displacement. Travel to Yemen is all but impossible, with the fighting raging across the country and essential services crippled. The risk of being caught in the crossfire, kidnapped, or injured in a bombing is simply too great. Shrouded in secrecy and ruled by an iron fist, North Korea remains an enigma to the outside world. Its isolation, coupled with a strict totalitarian regime, makes it a destination fraught with risk for foreigners. Travel is heavily restricted and closely monitored, and any misstep, even unintentional, can have severe consequences. While the country holds a certain allure for the adventurous, it's crucial to remember that the risks are high and the potential for trouble ever present. Iraq, a land steeped in history and home to the cradle of civilization, continues to grapple with the aftermath of years of conflict. While efforts are underway to rebuild, the security situation remains volatile, particularly in certain regions. Terrorist attacks, bombings, and sectarian violence are an ongoing threat, and infrastructure damage from the war makes travel unpredictable and potentially dangerous. While there is hope for a brighter future, Iraq remains a destination where caution is paramount. South Sudan, the world's youngest nation, has been plagued by civil unrest and violence since its independence. Tribal conflicts, fueled by political instability and competition for resources, have resulted in widespread displacement and suffering. The security situation remains highly volatile, with armed groups operating in many areas. Kidnappings, robberies, and attacks on civilians are commonplace, making travel to South Sudan extremely dangerous. The Central African Republic, a country of immense natural beauty, has been ravaged by years of conflict and instability. Despite ongoing efforts to establish peace, the security situation remains extremely precarious. Armed groups continue to operate throughout the country, engaging in violence, human rights abuses, and banditry. The lack of infrastructure and basic services, coupled with the threat of disease, further compounds the risks for travelers. Libya, once a relatively stable and prosperous nation, has been plunged into chaos following the overthrow of Muammar Gaddafi. Rival factions vying for control have turned the country into a battleground, with civilians caught in the crossfire. The security situation is highly volatile and unpredictable, with widespread violence, kidnappings, and lawlessness. Travel to Libya is extremely dangerous and strongly discouraged, with limited access and a high risk of being caught in the conflict. As we conclude our journey through these 10 volatile destinations, let us remember that the world, while full of beauty and wonder, also harbors hidden dangers. The allure of adventure should always be tempered with a healthy dose of caution and respect for the risks involved. Before embarking on any journey, thorough research and careful planning are essential. Stay informed about the latest travel advisories, be aware of your surroundings, and always prioritize your safety. The world is vast and full of extraordinary places to explore, but it's up to each of us to tread carefully and responsibly, ensuring that our adventures are both enriching and safe.